Greetings, fellow humans. My name is Alistair Lord and I am the Renaissance Yorkshireman. Today I'd like to talk to you about a simple form of a metta meditation. And this is the fourth part of a series of videos that I'm doing on creative visualizations in general and more specifically the metta meditation. And in this case, metta is spelled M-E-T-T-A, and it comes from the Pali language, and it's normally translated as loving kindness. Just to recap, when we're doing any kind of creative visualization, there are potentially three different ways we can do it. So the first is with our eyes closed, visualizing a picture in our mind's eye. So that's the visual aspect. The second is the narrative aspect. Now, either you have some kind of affirmation in English or whatever your first language is, or a mantra in Hindi or Pali or some other Indian language that you're repeating to yourself. Or you have some kind of narrative, a story, a positive story that you're telling yourself. Repeating a simple affirmation or telling yourself a story. That's the narrative aspect. And the third part to any kind of visualization is the feeling. You're generating some kind of strong positive emotion, often love or satisfaction, completion, something like that. You might be drawing on your memory for this, but actually you're generating this feeling in the present moment. How I do my metta meditation, I've based it on an idea that I got from another YouTuber called Visualisation, and he has his own company called Mind Valley. And if you go to YouTube and look at 6-phase meditation, you'll come across this particular idea. And he has a longer version and a shorter version. So for a few months, I was using his version, his 6-phase meditation, and then I modified it for my own needs. So the way I do it is slightly different from his, and I do a 5-phase meditation. And I use a meditation timer on my phone. The one that I use is called the Insight Timer. And I find it very useful. I put the phone to silent so I don't get any calls. And then I set it for 35 minutes and I time it so there's 4 different bells going off at different intervals. So when I do my 5-phase meditation, the third part of that is the metta meditation, and it lasts for 7 minutes. So at the beginning I have a bell, then I do the meditation for 7 minutes, and at the end there's a bell. I wrap up what I'm doing and then I move on to the next part of the meditation. What I'm going to explain to you is what I do in this 7 minutes. So 7 minutes is quite a short period of time. Now sometimes I do a longer version on a Sunday, but this is part of my meditation routine that I do every weekday, Monday to Friday. So I start with an affirmation. The affirmation I use is the most common one that's translated from Pali into English, and it goes like this. May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be well. May I be peaceful and at ease. May I be happy. So it's only 4 lines. It's extremely easy to remember and it's very simple. So I start by repeating the first line of it in my head when I take an in-breath. So I breathe in. May I be filled with loving kindness. There's a point for a moment where my breath stops. I'm neither breathing in nor breathing out. And then I breathe out. May I be well. Breathe in. May I be peaceful and at ease. Stop. Breathe out. May I be happy. And what I do is I repeat this to myself 1 time, and then I feel this love within myself. And maybe only have this feeling, generate this feeling for like 5 or 10 seconds, then I repeat the affirmation again, then I have the feeling, then I repeat the affirmation again, and then I have the feeling. So I tend to do it in rounds of 3. So it's affirmation, feeling, affirmation, feeling, affirmation, feeling. So when I've had 3 rounds, I then do a visualization. And what I do is I picture my heart opening and filling full of love. And there's a feeling aspect of this at the same time. So with the visualization, it's kind of like a visualization and a feeling at the same time. Depending on what religious belief you have or don't have, this may affect how you do the visualization. So if you're a Jew, a Christian or a Muslim and you believe in God, it may be that when you have this picture of your heart opening and filling full of love, it's coming from God. Now, perhaps you're an agnostic or an atheist and this idea of love coming in from God doesn't appeal to you. In this case, if you want to keep it as an external love coming into you, you could have it as planet Earth, Gaia, the planet which we live on, which is our home and which nourishes us, giving you love. Or it may be that you prefer the idea of generating this yourself, in which case it's kind of coming internally. Your heart is generating this feeling of love. So I have 3 rounds of the affirmation, which I repeat with the feeling, then I have a visualization, and then I repeat. And that's it. A bell goes up at the end. I wrap up what I'm doing, then I move on to the next phase of my meditation. And that's how I do the short version of my Metta meditation. Now, longer versions are available. Thank you for giving me your time today. Peace.